like mushrooms, but better. Okay, this was one of the most weird and unforgettable experiences of my life. First off, I bought a bottle of no-name Gravol from the local pharmacy, 50 pills at 50 milligrams apiece. Me and a friend wanted to trip out hardcore, so we each downed 17 pills. I remember the wait for it to kick in was a little bit frustrating, but it paid off. After about an hour, I noticed that when I would move my head, I couldn't really feel it, but I knew it was turning. I felt really lightheaded, but at the same time, I had to try to keep my head up because it was so heavy. Kinda weird, but that's how it was. I started to get a little worked up and decided to go hop in the shower to mellow out a bit. While in the shower, I kept seeing the shower curtain twitching a lot, almost like bubbles were inflating out of it, then quickly deflating, sort of like a heartbeat. I was very amused at this, but could not tell if it was real or a hallucination. I went and looked really close to it, and it still did the same thing. I touched, but it stopped, but the minute I let go, it started again. After that, I got out of the shower and ran downstairs, but found it incredibly hard to run. My feet were so heavy, but felt so light that I could walk on air. I had barely enough balance to keep me standing, so I lay down on my bed. Things started to get a little bit intense for me, so I buried my head into my pillows. I remember that even though I was awake, I could dream with my eyes open. I could stare off to the point that all I saw was black. I kept awakening from these dreams and asking my friend where certain items that I dreamt about were. My short-term memory was gone, none whatsoever. I would start a sentence, and around the second word, I'd forget what I was going to say and what I had just said. If I stared at the wall, I would see a clear smoke-like substance spread all over the place. It looked sort of like a creature from the movie Predator. I remember when I started to come down that I got extremely itchy and thought spiders were crawling all over me. But I was laughing a lot at the stupidity it had induced to me. I also remember hearing voices from upstairs, even though there was no one home. All in all, it was a great experience. I would recommend it, but beware. Read into it first and make sure you are mentally strong enough to handle it. I would easily classify this drug in the same category as mushrooms. It is a lot similar to mushrooms, but for me, more hallucinations. I would definitely do this again, perhaps at a stronger dose.